I feel like I may have went in the wrong area. But that is okay sometimes. Come back here, skeleton. Don't you run from me. 900. This might be a good place to fucking train. Try the Dragon Quest series. It's another one that I plan putting on the list. Oh, right. I have to move slowly through here or I get knocked unconscious. Yeah, no, Dragon Quest is a good series. The last one I think I played was 9? I think it was 9. There's a lot of the older ones I haven't played, so I'm excited to oh, gotta walk through here really slowly. I'm excited to get through those. Was it this? There we go. Now it's time to go back to those mines. Where am I at for health and MP? I am good, it looks like. Yes, everyone is nice and full. I think I'm still pretty full on items. Because I don't remember using any. Let's talk to this big fella here. You told me we're going back to the... like, Albel's been fighting in all of these battles with me. How is he getting to you before I do? Albel's just got, like, fucking super speed, man. Yeah, integrity and faithlessness. No, all excellent games. All with their similar yet unique fighting style or combat styles. Not really fighting styles. I guess each character has a different fighting style. Favorite on PS2. Oh, okay, okay. I'm trying to remember what Dragon Quest it was that I played now. Just give me a second. I'm just gonna quickly check through my games library. Just because it's irritating my brain right now. Full games, that's what I want. There it is. Oh, sorry, Dragon Quest 11, not 9. I was seeing the Roman numerals in my head, and I had them flipped around. Radiant Stories. I've heard good things about Radiant Stories. I have not played it yet. Dragon just right in front of me, minding his own business. How did I get surrounded? I was totally the aggressor in that situation. There we go. Take care of these fellas. Yeah, no, I'm definitely a big Star Ocean fan. Oh, 1700. Okay. I'll take that. Yeah, no, I definitely seen the Roman numerals flipped around in my head. I was thinking 9. I was thinking IX instead of XI. Nope, don't need the bombs. This way. Back in these fucking caves. Just ran into a tiny dragon. I apologize. Yeah, no, I've got a lot of games to get through in these series. Well, just started these ones, so obviously quite a bit. Really? Let's see how much damage you're doing. 3,000. That's not bad. That's not bad. Breath of Fire 3. Playing my annual playthrough. I have a couple games like that. There's a couple games and a couple shows that I have like that where, like, there's the once a year playthrough or the once a year watch. I definitely feel you there. It's my time. He's now going to use that ice magic, and it's not going to hit... Yeah, it's not going to hit anybody. Breath of Fire is another series I'd really like to get into. Like, I've played some of the Breath of Fire games, but not enough of them. Same with the Dragon Quest games. Like, I like the Dragon Quest games for the few of them I've played. So I'd like to go through and play the rest. Or the Breath of Fire games. Really? The bombs I can't use there? I must have to use the disintegration rings on those. Damn dragon, getting in the way. Damn it, L-Bell. Stop taking my prey away from me. There we go. I'd prefer a more worthy opponent. But I just used the item to make them weaker. What do you mean? I think they're sufficient right now. I think he just hit me for 1,000. Damn it. Did it again. The flute is connected to the back out button. Oh, no, I think we can wait. I think it's just straight up and through. Yeah, there we go. Breath of Fire 3 almost every year since release. Ah. There's quite a few games like that for me. Like Star Ocean 2 is one of them. I tend to play that very, very frequently. Suikoden 2 is another one that I'll play probably once a year. I'm trying to think what else. I didn't even fucking hold that in. Digimon 3 is another one I'd like to start doing again. I just have to find, like, a good enough copy of it. I think I found a decent emulator to go with, because, like, it's a very hard game to find. And I highly, highly doubt they're ever going to remaster it. But it's a very, very excellent RPG. One of my favorites. Like, top 5 favorites. Here you go, little bunny friend. Here's your Ring of Disintegration. Certain things. Clear the way. Acquire a Ring of Disintegration. Top 5. Capable of eliminating disintegrating objects on the map. No, not all objects are disintegratable. Of course they're not. You must find out which one's yourself. A gem may appear along with a timer on it in the upper left. Chain time if you're eliminating... We'll create another link. Oh, okay. I didn't remember that. What are your top 5, Tab? I love to compare. The number of times the gems appear. Back in the PS2 days. That's one thing I like about the, let's see, Ring Disintegration Repair Special. Oh, in H-Down, perfect. That's one thing I find about the Star Ocean series, is it's very, very easy to put a good amount of time into the Star Ocean games. Like, there's just... There's really too much sometimes. How did you surround me? What are you talking about? I didn't even hold that in. Yeah, like especially like endgame content for Star Ocean. Like every single Star Ocean always has a fucking end dungeon. There we go. Max health upgrade. Now I can start going for attack. 60. Go for health for you now. Albel, what are you on? 51? I'll wait for attack for you. Yeah, no, there's too much, whether it be like endgame dungeons or like just endgame quests. Book of Prophecies 2? Enemy lava members seen good. Okay. That person's English not the best. Till the End of Time, Dragoon, Peak. Final Fantasy X, okay. Radiant Stories and 7, okay, okay. Solid choices, solid choices. My 5 are definitely in, like, a different section. Dragoon is definitely up there. Mine are Star Ocean 2, Suikoden 2, Digimon World 3, Legend of Dragoon, Final Fantasy Tactics? I think I could probably, like, oh. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Tactics. Although Chrono Trigger is up there, so, like, I'm not sure, like, I might swap out one of them for Chrono Trigger. Oh, I love the art for Tactics. Like, is there something here that I'm missing? I find Tactics is pretty slept on. Is he in here? Or do I have to go back out there? I hate how, like, these places can get pretty confusing sometimes. Fucker. Like, sometimes these places can get very, very backwards very fast. Yep, no, I'm going back out there. I think I'm supposed to go back out this way. It's not a I don't eat, like... I understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, I don't find Tactics all that hard. Like, it's only as hard as you really make it? Like, tactics can, like, although, like, I understand, like, tactics can go from, like, really, really hard to, or really, really easy to, like, really, really hard in, like, the snap of your fingers if you train too much. Did I hold that in too much? I think I did. Yep. Come back here, random person. Hatchet Man. There we go. Albel's coming in with the sweeping slides. Just give me 1 second. Look back over at that chat. Encounter early on. That's tough. Oh, like I've like. Are you talking about like story encounter or like just random encounter? Because there's some of those random encounters that are fucking like very, very destructive. Like some of those random encounters can like they can hurt like a lot. I knew that was going to happen. But like when it comes to the story encounter, I've never had a problem with a story encounter because I've cracked the code for leveling up in that game. Third story encounter. Because like leveling up in tactics is just too easy for me. Like once maybe I'm just a scrub. Because for the leveling up for tactics, aside from moving, every single thing you do in tactics gives you experience. So the easiest thing to do is to kill every enemy around except for one, get that enemy's health down a certain amount so that it tends to leave you alone or runs away, then have, I think the easiest way is probably to do it with the, I think it's the initial class that you get, and just continue to buff yourself. Every time you buff yourself, you get your job points and your experience, and just buff, and you can literally, and the best way to do it is like, yeah, I think that's it. I think it's cheer, and just cheer. You get it? Once you get enough job points to get every single thing in that class, and you get that class like maxed out, finish the fight, switch your job class, but keep it so that you can still cheer, and rinse and repeat. Before you're even done the first story mission, you'll have like maxed out characters. The only thing is, it can really backfire. Because going through the story missions is going to just be a giant cakewalk. You're going to have the exact team that you want, completely maxed out in all the jobs with like the secondary job classes that you want. So story missions, you're just going to fucking destroy. But the random encounters level up to your character. So the random encounters are what's really, really going to hit you. The story encounters are just gonna fucking murder. No, I'm not dealing with this. Get out of my way. I was trying to get those. 8 also scales like that, but it's story and all. Yep, the only thing is, for Final Fantasy VIII, the easiest way to get around that is leave one character. I think it's one character, because I can't remember if all of the levels are based off of your team's overall level, or if they're based on Squall's level. I usually just leave Squall out of the loop, but just keep Squall dead the whole fucking game. You leave Squall dead the whole game, and it tanks the average for the levels for your party, and the game is a fucking cakewalk. There's actually a trophy on Steam for Final Fantasy VIII for beating the game without leveling Squall. But like any level based game like that usually has like a caveat around it where if they level up like based off of your, like, if your enemies level up based off of your level and not just like where you're at in the story, then they tend to do something like that where you can easily just like make it slightly easier. Just by doing that. I've played these games so many times, I've just figured out these things. The same with, you were talking about Legend of Dragoon earlier. Like, I have all my additions maxed out, and, like, my max Dragoon level, like, right after I finish, getting, like, almost, like, immediately after I finish getting the Dragoons. Because obviously the Dragoon level, or not the Dragoon levels, the addition levels, all you have to do is do them over and over again. You don't have to, like, max it out at, like, using it 99 times. But you just keep track of the level, because it'll be like, use it this many times, and it'll gain a level this many times. So max them out until you get the the addition that gives you the most, I think it's SP, for Legend of Dragoon. And your Dragoon level goes up by how much SP you acquire. It's not by your character's level or how much experience you get. It's by how much SP you've acquired. So literally, just sit there and get whatever addition on the character that gives you the most SP, and just go into battles and just use that one character to kill them all. Because the more you use the addition, for that one character, the more SP you get for them, the faster that Dragoon level will level up. So literally, just the second you get your Dragoon, constantly go into fights, skip everybody else's turn, and just constantly do them until your Dragoon is maxed, and then move on to the next person. But luckily for Legend of Dragoon, usually you don't get anybody's Dragoon in succession. So usually it's like, obviously you get darts first, and then you get, why am I forgetting her name right now? Roses. And then I believe it's Albert's after that, if I remember correctly. So literally just sit there, just get darts, fucking go into battles like constant, until you get that all the way up. And then by the end, by the end of you having your Dragoon all the way up to max Dragoon level, you've got your highest level additions. So, like, anytime you go into, like, battles and stuff like that, you're, like, fucking, you're set to go. I found this door. This door looks fancy. We'll go in it. But, like, same with Final Fantasy VII. So, like, just before we start this event here, the way Final Fantasy VII's limit breaks, once you get the character, limit breaks are easy. They're a little bit time consuming because some of the limit breaks require you killing a bunch of enemies, but the way limit breaks to get them in Final Fantasy VII, the only one you can't get immediately is their final limit break, because their final limit break requires a book in the game that I don't think you can get until after you beat the first disc. I can't remember. You might be able to get it before that, but I am not 100% on that. No, you must be able to, because I think, yeah, Aerith dies at the end of the first disc. So, the way they work is use your first limit break 10 times. That'll get you your second limit break. Then kill, I think it's 100 enemies. You get your third one. Then use your third limit break 9 times. You'll get your fourth one. Then I think it's kill another 100 enemies, or it might be 200 enemies. Then you'll get your next one. Then use that limit break 8 times, and then it's literally just rinse and repeat. Use your limit break so many times, then kill so many enemies. Then use your limit break so many times, kill so many enemies.
It's huge.
That's what they say. Yeah, he's a little chunky, but, like, you know. And then Final Fantasy VIII. Final Fantasy VIII, all their limit breaks are based off of what weapon you have. So if you want the higher level limit breaks in Ace, your best bet is to get really good at Triple Triad, because you can get all of their final limit breaks almost immediately after you get cards. Because a lot of the late game items that you need to finish your final weapons and your late game weapons in Ace, you can get through the card mod system. So literally you just sit there and play cards for hours on end until you get the items you need, and then boom, final limit breaks, final weapons. So even before you start like really junctioning good magic on things, your attacks and limit breaks are through the roof. But at the same time, there is a spot near the start of the game in Ace, literally even before you go and fight the first boss and get Ifrit. The beach right outside Balam Garden, best place to train, because I think the Falcons give you, I think it's 100 or 200 or so experience, and your levels for Final Fantasy Ace are capped at 1,000 experience per level. All they do is they drop the amount of experience you get as you play. So what you do is you constantly level up your characters at the beach, aside from one character, because that way you can keep the level of them low. That'll make it so that your levels skyrocket through the roof, and you can learn your friggin' the moves for the first two summons really quick. So you can literally max out, I think you start Squall and Quistis, so you can max out Quistis right away, and then go through, get Ifrit and stuff like that, and then when you get the other characters, literally just go right to the beach again. And then you can, I think Zell's the next one you get, and then max out Zell. So, like, like, a lot of these games are very, very easy to, like, once you figure out, like, the tricks, then you can just literally, like, walk through some of them. It's just like the Star Ocean games. The Star Ocean games, like, obviously, like, your level plays a big part and everything, but once you learn how to craft properly in these games, you're a walking menace. Like, right now I'm at the start of the game, and I'm doing fucking 10 to 15,000 damage with fucking Cliff right now, using one attack, but if I start doing the cancellations for his moves, I can hit upwards around 20 or 30,000 damage. And, like, I'm still, like, really, really early on in this game. Like, I really just learned crafting not that long ago. Let's see how quickly we can get this done. Boom. See, look at that. Like, this guy's being a fucking menace. He's like, I'm a big fucking dragon. Boom. Like, what was that? 20 sec? Oh my god, 10,000 experience. That was fucked up. Like, under a minute. I think that was probably like 30 seconds at most, and no damage. Obviously, Albel got the ever-loving shit kicked out of him. But that's what I mean. Like, I don't even... I'll have to take a look at that, like, after I go to cut this up later. But, like, I don't know how much damage I just did on that last attack. Yeah, but, like, under a minute and no damage for the character I'm controlling. Because crafting in this game is fucking broken. Dragon thinking he's all, like, fucking hot shit. Better challenge than the man who subdued Tempest. What is your name, good dragon? This is Star Ocean till the end of time. Really? Again? Ow, ow. Why are you not fucking healing me, you twat? Oh, of course the gauge is broken now. Ooh. Why are you not... Oh. Oh, are you... I think he's stoned. Well, that made me seem like a little bitch. He is definitely stoned. Is it lavender? No, that's freeze. Sage? Petrification. No? What? Oh, he died from MP loss. Okay. What in the fuck? No, no you won't. Or you will. Okay. He's, broken me a little bit. Holy sweet Jesus. I'm gonna cure him right quick. Okay. Is he fucking done now? There we go. Holy crap. And that's what I mean in this game where, like, it doesn't have to be just HP. You can friggin' kill people with MP as well. Which is sometimes the easier route to go, because you can't have your, your MP nearly as high as your HP. That was crazy. And like I'm at a pretty high level. Mere humans. Come on now, you put up a good fucking fight, man. I wonder if I was supposed to lose that.
Though it is humiliating to serve your kind, breaking one's word is a despicable act.
That was fucking nuts, man.
All right then.
Like, you see me just destroy him a second ago, and like all these other bosses and monsters I'm just like walking over. The fact that that happened, that was crazy. It's a great game, isn't it, Scott? I was just going over how broken crafting is.